Hello there, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi Ute, and it's such a joy to come here with this very beautiful Monday morning. It's been an amazing year. We have started it so well. Today we are supposed to be talking about swimming with the sharks with Kunle Remy. I apologize, we might not be able to take that episode today. Quite a number of logistics issues. If you've been with us in the last 4 years, you will know. And this is the very first time we'll announce a guest, and the guest will not be in the house. So it's not in our character, it's not in our culture, but it happens. And when it happens, what do? We move on and we just make the best of the day. Guess what? Every seeming disappointment is an opportunity to do something bigger and better. But today, what are we going to be doing? Rather than swimming with the sharks, we'll be recapping the things that we have learned in this year, talking about starting 2023 right. The truth of the matter is this: the year is so beautiful, it's full of promises, it's going to come with its own challenges, but your attitude to the year matters. Your attitude, we've always said, determines your altitude. What you do with the year really goes a long way to talk about what the results would be. Nothing happens except you make it happen. Ki sera, what will be. I always say, no, what will be will not be except you make it happen. And if you don't wake up to walk your dreams, you will live your life working on another man's dreams. The best of copies is still a copy. You're an original. There's a plan, a purpose, a design of God for your life. And I know that 2023 is that year you have been waiting for, and great things will happen for you this year. So, talking about starting it right, we talked about starting it right with God. The truth of the matter is this: no matter how well you plan, no matter how well you strategize, if you don't have God in it, it might not go far. It's about God and God all the way. You can't play it out, you can't knock it out, you can't wish it out. You need God. Is the one in the beginning, is the one at the end, and is everything in between. So yes, you need God this year. So this year I want to encourage you to pray more, to study the word, and above it all, to obey God. When you hear God saying this is it, please follow, please do obey. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination, they said, is a thief of time, but in reality, it's actually a thief of your life. So don't procrastinate. Tell yourself whatever comes to your mind to do, you will do immediately. And it's important to do immediately. Delayed obedience could actually be disobedience. So it's important you not only obey, you obey at the right time. Then we talked about start thinking right. For you to start right, you must think right. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. What are your thoughts? What's your thought pattern like? What do you think about? But to think right, you must read right, you must see right, you must study right, because you must feed your mind with something to think upon. So, in thinking right, I'm saying read right. I'm saying watch the right movies, watch the right videos, watch the right documentaries, everything that would help you achieve that vision. Take it in, read, study, find someone who is in that space, follow after the person, interact with the person, learn, glean from the person. It will do you a world of good. And we said without understanding, knowledge and wisdom is a waste. And the truth is this: in every seeming darkness, there are huge opportunities. And we have entered into a season of opportunities. So, to get it right, number one, understand your capacity and understand God's capacity. Remember, God is in the boat, grace is God in the race. God's capacity, God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that you can ask or think. So, yes, you have God in it. So, what's your own capacity? To have more, you have to become more. So, you have to build on your capacity. You have to increase your capacity. You have to come up to the level of God and to begin to think like God. Don't think impossibility, think possibility. And to get it right, you must have clear goals. Imagine a football pitch that has no goalposts. Even if the best 22 players in the world are on that pitch, there can be no winner. You know why? There is no goalpost. Then imagine a football pitch with a goalpost with a 22 players, 11 on both sides, and with 4 balls on the pitch. That's chaos. That's chaos. Which ball will be scored that you say it's a goal? So in having a vision, number one, have clearly defined goals, and then don't have scattered goals. Let your goal be able to converge, that you can work on each other. Don't look for goals that are, I'm looking for the right examples. So you are in Nigeria, for instance, and at the same time you want to be in London, and at the same time you want to be in Asia. Which one? Where do you want to go? You have got to decide what you want. You have got to align your goals. You can't be scattered this year. It's not the time to chase 5, 6, 7 goals simultaneously. Take 3 or 4 goals on the maximum and work on them. Make sure that they align and they can follow one after the other. And we talked about finding purpose and pursuing it. Pursue purpose relentlessly. Pursue your purpose passionately. Pursue it loudly. Be persistent and win. Don't allow failure mentality this year. Don't allow it. Remember God's capacity. If God is in that boat, you have no choice but to succeed, and you will succeed. So tell yourself, I cannot fail. Tell yourself, I'm a winner. So in those goals, can you make them affirmations? What have you decided? Where do you want to be by December? Can you begin to declare it over your life? Can you begin to speak about it over and over again? And then be dutiful. It's your duty to make it. No matter how much you pray and fast, if you don't roll up your sleeve and work, it will not get done. So duty without diligence is a waste of time. So be diligent. Diligence requires discipline. So remember the 4 Ds: duty, diligence, discipline, and delivery. If you missed it, it's still there on YouTube. Please go there and watch it over and over again. You'll realize that a lot of things were said that you didn't get. Diligence without discipline is self-deception, is not worth it. So don't self-deceive yourself. The worst level of deception is self-deception. You can deceive me, you can deceive your friends, you can deceive your boss, you can deceive your coaches and your mentors, but you can't deceive yourself. When you get to that point where you can successfully deceive yourself, there is a problem. And we learned that resolutions don't work. Revelation does. So don't just, oh, I have New Year resolution. No. What's the revelation? Where do you want to be? And consistently work on it. How do I think right? Your thoughts are a product of the process of your mind. So learn to hear right. Your mental picture affects your reality. So when you hear right, see right. It's a great year. It's a season. And remember, seasons have timing. There's a time to plant, there's a time to cultivate, water, weed, and there's a time to harvest. Don't waste any season. All the seasons are very important. Turn your request to affirmations and decree it over your life every single day. So that's starting it right from the God angle. Then we moved on to the career angle. How do we start it right in career? And we learned that we have moved from VUCA to BANI. BANI being brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. The truth is this: the environment is actually very brittle. It looks very harsh. It looks like you can't even. I listened to quite a number of economic summits in the last like 3 weeks. It's been one economic summit after the other. Everybody looking at the year 2023, the budget, the climate, the transition period we are in here in Nigeria, the global warming, the Russian Ukraine war, the effects, and all of that. And baseline, it's not smiling, but you can decide to declare that it's a great year for you. You can affirm it, you can declare it, you can insist. And like the Bible says in Isaiah 60, darkness will cover the earth, gross darkness the people, but the light of God is upon you. So arise and shine. So, yes, brittle, but it doesn't have to be that for you. So, what do you need? Number one, develop the right skill set and mindset. It's so important. Mindset is key. If you don't have the right mindset, all you will say is problem, all you will say is challenges, all you will say are just all the troubles everybody is saying. And yes, the world is full of challenges. I can tell you that for free. The world is so full of challenges, issues here and there. But you know what? You've got to decide that you make the right things happen for you. So develop the right skill set and mindset. If you need to go back to school, get back to it. And it's a lot easier now. There are many things you can do online. There's so many online courses that are good, that are deep, that will equip you. There are even men that are also certificated. So if you need to show proof of that skill, it's available. So get the right skill set. Don't just sit down and say, Ki Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. I've prayed and I'm praying, so God will do it all. God will not do for you what He expects you to do for yourself. So develop the right skill set and mindset. A lot of this disruption is ongoing. So you need to be resilient and you need to develop tenacity. Sometimes you might not be climbing up the ladder, you might be going sideways. So it's okay to go sideways at times. Sometimes you might even have to step back to move forward. It's okay. When those opportunities to step back comes, they look disappointing. Sometimes they appear humiliating. But you know what? It's all about your perception. Tell yourself, I'm stepping back to launch forward. I'm stepping back to move ahead. I'm stepping back to bounce back. It's what you tell yourself. Don't allow anything weigh you down. The way you are going in your career might actually be your obstacle. So watch it. And don't go for information overload. Just get all the information, get, and then you are doing none. It's been said that any information you don't work on in 48 hours, you probably might never use it. So don't fall into that category of hearing plenty and doing none. Don't just be a hearer, also be a doer. And in 2023, we said, even in career, learn to breathe. Yes, breathe. You need it. Decide that you are your own competition. Don't look for somebody to compete with. It's not healthy. Understand your why and align your destination and the journey. Remember what I said about don't not chasing too many goals. Align your destination and your journey. Have a growth mindset. Mindfulness is very important. And at this point, I want to talk about meditation. Learn the art of meditation. Some of us ran away from learning that art because we thought it was occultic or we thought it was demonic. But hey, Joshua 1:8 says, meditate. This book of the law will not depart out of your mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Meditate. The issue is, what are you meditating upon? Mindfulness is key. And then don't carry any bitterness, don't carry any grudge. Be conscious of your own emotional health. Emotional health is important. Don't let anybody throw their baggages on you. Don't be anybody's dumping ground. Decide to make yourself happy this year. Be emotionally balanced. Emotional well-being is important. And then in this year, even in that career, be bold. Ask the right questions. Meet individuals that you think you need in your career journey. Meet them online, meet them offline. Attend programs. If they have paid programs, pay to attend and interact with them. Boldness will always give you a seat at the table. I can tell you that for free. Boldness will give you a seat at the table, and learn to disrupt yourself. Come out of your comfort zone. Reintroduce yourself to the world. Understand the principles of climbing the rock wall. Sometimes you want to go to the side, sometimes you want to go up. Sometimes remember you want to step back to gain strength to launch forward. Value should not be a quotable quote. It should be who you are. Become a person of value. Become the best kept secret of yourself. And then from career, we went to business. Yes, a lot of people are already in business, some fully in business, some in business as a side hustle, and some are saying 2023, I want to start something in business. So we talked about how do you start your business right in 2023. And this applies to everybody, whether you are already in business or you want to start your business. What are the things you need? And we learned that you need three main professionals with you on your journey in business. You need a lawyer, you need an accountant, and you need a doctor. If you're like me, you'll say, wow, I need a doctor in business. But you need to know your numbers. Health is wealth. You don't need that money if you don't have the life to enjoy it. So enjoy it. Have a doctor, an accountant, and a lawyer on your speed dial. Prioritize your health. Check your statistics. Don't just say, I feel okay. Oh, I'm slim. I'm not fat, so I'm fine. It's not about weight. Yes, there's something about weight, but some slim people are not healthy either. So know your statistics and watch your health. Then number two, ensure your business is registered. A lot of us are into business and we have not registered the name. We are thinking it was just a small thing. It's just little. It's just new. I'm just trying to start. When it then blows up, then the name is no longer available. Then you're having to rebrand, to get a new name, to start afresh. Register that business. And we learned that business name does not confer legal, uh, uh, does not make you a person at law. A business name is just an identity. You cannot transact business with a business name. So register properly, a limited liability company. And then watch who you are putting on your board and watch the boards you are getting on. Do your due diligence. Don't just jump in and say it's okay. It's not okay. Do it right. Business name, yes, I said that does not confer on you a legal personality. So register your business. That's why you need a lawyer to advise you, to tell you what to do, what to look out for. Then understand intellectual property protection. If you are producing some wonderful products and you have a brand attached to it, a brand name, register it. Intellectual property, trademark it. Don't wait for somebody to copy it, run with it, go trademark it, say, but it was first my idea. It was first my idea. Nobody will hear it was first my idea. Or they will ask it, where are your proof? Oh, I had it in my head and I talked about it on YouTube. I talked about it on Instagram. He must have copied it from there. That does not hold water. So understand your intellectual property. If you're in that space, please trademark your brand name. And we learned brand name and company name, they don't have to be the same thing. Coca-Cola is a brand, but the company in Nigeria is Nigerian Bottling Company. So document. The fourth thing, as your business grows, document. And I learned this. I don't know if you've known it before. I just got to realize that MOU is not binding. So you want to get into an agreement, get into a proper agreement. To see why you need a lawyer. And then never use your corporate account to run your personal finance. You never know when tax people will pounce on you and they'll take all your inflow and demand that you tax them. So if you're in business, learn to pay yourself. Separate yourself from the business. The business is separate, you are separate. Just know that you are distinct, two distinct people in the eyes of the law, and don't mix it up. So if you're in business, pay yourself. Even if all you can pay yourself is $100, pay yourself that $100. It will help you do two things. Number one, you'll be able to monitor the growth of your business. You will know your business is breaking even and when it's not doing well. Number two, there'll be financial discipline on the business and on you yourself as a person. Number three, because of financial discipline, you will not eat your capital. It's God that gives both the seed and the harvest. Don't eat your seed. You need seed to produce harvest. Why will you be praying for harvest if you are eating your seed? Where will the harvest come from? So financial discipline helps you preserve your seed. Then talk about having a vision board, and that cuts across everybody. Whether you're a student, in career, in business, have a vision board. Be clear about your journey. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years if Christ will tarry? How do you chart your course to get there? Have a vision board. What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of house do you want to own? Find that picture and put it on the board. What kind of car do you want to drive? Put it there. What are the things that you want? What's your net asset value? What do you want it to be? Put it there. Have a vision board and look at your vision board regularly. Make sure the vision sticks to you. What else do you need? Be wary of partnerships. I said that in a bit in passing. Don't just jump in and partner with everybody. Be wary. Partnership is different from collaboration. You can collaborate. Also, you have this idea. Someone tells you, okay, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. Yes, glean from the person. That doesn't make the person your partner. Be careful. And your name is very fundamental to your growth. Keep your name extensible. So the interesting example, because you are making chin chin, you now go and register PY chin chin. When you start doing bread, what will you call it? When you go to begin to sell the raw materials, the flour, the eggs, what will you call it? Don't limit yourself with the name you bear. Understand that. And then when you start employing people, be sure of who you are employing. Educate your employees. Customer service is important. Let your employees understand the business and give excellent customer experience. Of course, have a business plan that is relatable. Don't build a castle in the air. There's so much we have gleaned in the last 3 weeks. I want to encourage everyone to get back onto the YouTube channel and watch those past 3 editions. They will truly help you. And remember, your legal name doesn't have to be your brand name. So your legal name can be different, your brand name can be different. And it would be nice to have a name that's easy to remember. It's quicker building brands that way. Have a name that's easy to remember. Use your social media handles right. Be careful. People judge you by what they see on your pages. So if you are not looking like something, why post that thing on your page? If you need expertise in that area, get somebody to educate you on handling your social media space. It's important. Yes, don't limit yourself by the name you bear. So today, wow, time is far gone. We've spent our time reviewing the last 3 weeks. Once again, I apologize. We could not get Kunle Remi into the studio. Plenty logistic issues here and there. I'm sure one of these days, most likely, maybe he will come back on. But for now, we are moving on. And coming up next week, I'm so excited to have this person in the house. Sam Kutu will be with us in the house next week, Monday. I'll talk about nation building. And we'll be together for 2 editions. So Nation Building 1.0 comes up next week, Monday. You don't want to miss it. You are not a politician, yes, but you are still a nation builder. What's your role? as a citizen in nation building? What do you need to do? What can you learn? Is nation building all about elections? Let's find out next week, Monday, as we host Sam Putu, as we look at nation building 1.0. It will be it's a fantastic time, an educative time. I love listening to him. He's a man full of wisdom, and he has been in that political space. So he'll be able to tell you so much more you need to know. And thank you, everybody on this call. Thank you so much, Binta. Thank you, Diamond Girl. Thank you, Emanuela. Good to see you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Binta. Everyone on this call. Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you, Wale. Thank you, Silama. Everybody on this call, all of you on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, thank you so much for being on the call. Like I will always say, it's Knocks to Nuggets. So please like the video, share it, let somebody out there know that there is something called Knocks to Nuggets. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, yes, you watch me on Facebook or on LinkedIn, please still hop to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. And one thing I also need you to do is to like the video. The more the likes, the more the algorithms get us noticed. And I know you want to help my ministry this year. I know you want to. So yes, please go ahead and help spread the word. And until I come your way next week, Monday, 7:45, as we look at Nation Building 1.0, don't forget it. If you can think it, you can be it, and you can have it. And like I will always tell you, it's not a cliche. I mean it. Together we win. God bless you. Thank you so much for being on the call. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye for now.